Welcome back with my tutorials about the Android. So today I will have a guideline how to convert the Android build Gradle Groovy to the Android build Kotlin DSL. So basically I had the application like this one is just a single module structured app, and then why do we need to convert to the Kotlin DSL? Because nowadays Kotlin that is the main language of development the Android application, so that sometimes we take a look on the big rate of which Groovy is so hard for some new developer start with the Kotlin. So another thing, maybe we need to centralize the version of the app. So that's the main reason we need to convert to the Kotlin DSL. So first of all, we will create a new folder that is called the build src, and then we need to add the build Gradle here. So that is not the build.gradle anymore, it's build.gradle.kts. Yeah, and then we need to apply the plugin that's it called Kotlin DSL. Yeah, we need to in the Kotlin. Yeah, and then we need to deposit story release center. After that, we need to synchronize. While waiting to synchronize, we need to create a new package. And then, okay, so waiting is synchronized. Now, first of all, we need to convert this one to the Kotlin DSL. So we need to convert that to the Kotlin. So we just refactor the name to settings.gradle.kts. Yes, we can change that, but it doesn't work properly. So we need to create some object here to define our text from the build Gradle. So the first one we define the module. That's it. We define the app module. It's from the app folder. So we replace here by the app module and convert to the Kotlin DSL first one, and then that's it. Module dot app. So it's okay, but this one is not the Kotlin format. We need to change that. Okay, so so we already convert the setting.gradle to the setting.gradle.kts. Yes, so the next one we are going to convert the build Gradle from the root project, and then we need to define some code here. We define the Kotlin version, we define the Maven string here, we define some dependencies. So and then we need to convert this one to the Kotlin DSL build. So first of all, I need to define the Kotlin version. So we create a new object at the version. That's it, version. Okay, so we need to have the Kotlin version. So the Kotlin version, we had a Kotlin version. So we can just call the Kotlin. So that 1.3.72, and the same we need to define the Gradle Kotlin something like that. Okay, I just copy it from my previous project and then say your tab. So let's look at the Ruby Gradle again. We already had that, and we need to define some dependencies, and maybe here we can call that the configuration, and then we can config, and then okay. So here we need to have the Maven does it called the repository. So we just go to the config and define some object that repository, the same what we will use here. So we go here. I already defined. Yeah, we already had the dependency results, and then we need here. Now we can convert to the DSL. So yeah, occurrences found in command strings and non-cost files. Yes, because that's not the Kotlin format. So we need to refactor it first, and then we need to convert this one. We don't need anymore, and then this one UI, and then that's it. Code from our definition config dot repos. I don't think that. Yes, that's correct one. Then the next one, and then you need to convert this one, and then we already define that Gradle. Yeah, we can look at it again. We need to use this one, Gradle. So we just copy this one, or we, if we remember, config. Now look at here again. So that's a tool Gradle. So we can call that plugin. Okay. Config. Okay, so the next one, that's it for the Kotlin version. So that's it called the Kotlin, and then config. And then same here, we copy, we say our time. Here that the version, and then that's it. Kotlin that's the Gradle that we define how to format the shortcut. You can see video link here. So the final, this one is not the Kotlin format, so that we need to convert this one to the Kotlin format, and then it's already task. It doesn't have a single task, and then we need to have a one cleanup by registering the list class, and then add a builder. Builder. Yes, finally. Okay, now here it claim I don't see your Kotlin version. Yes, we need to handle that error. So that we are going to convert this file to the build Kotlin DSL. So I'm going to change the file names to the build.gradle.kts. First, I need to rename to the KTS. Yeah, the same last time. It had claims a currency found in command string and non-cost files. Does it mean the Gradle Groovy build it doesn't probably in the calling start code. So I just do refactor anyways. So first of all, I need to define some plugin here. So for plugin, I can define here. So that's the called object plugin. So for object plugin, we have what inside here. So we just define what we are going to use. Here we have the plugin, Android application, calling Android extension, and calling the plugin. So go back to config. Yeah. So we are going to apply. We need to convert that to plugin. So let's do it. That's what we have. So we have love plugins. Oh, we had the IDs for the config. We had the plugin DOS Android. Yes. We have 4 plugins. So we had the Android Kotlin. That's not Kotlin. And then it had a Kotlin extension. And then we had a Kotlin the Okay, so the next one, I need to define some version build tools here. So we need to define version build tool application IDs. So that's called application ID object here. I'm going to define that here. Just yeah. So come back here. We do the file version, and then I just copy what I already defined here. So I need to define the compiler ATK, min ATK, and then blah blah something like that. We had the app compiler called KTS material annotation, constraint layout, recycle version, last cycle version, and then maybe I need to define another object related to version code, version name. Yeah. So for version code or version name, I can define that's a different object that I call the release, because maybe we have some configuration for release or debug, but in that case we just call the object release. So in the object release, I'm going to define the version name, version code. You can define any name you like or any version code you want to release in your release. So first I need to release this one also in the config, or maybe you can define, yeah, but it should be config. Okay, so now come back. So I will release this one first. Okay, so that is version, that is ADK. Okay, and then I need to realize everything here with the Kotlin style. So yeah, application IDs, the instruction, yes, that's right. So here, that's in the Kotlin format. So we need to get by name, release, and then it's not this one. Every object with any pooler we need convert to this one, and then profiles, get default profiles. Okay, so it convert to functions. Okay, and then it need convert to string. Yes. Okay. Release. We need to close this one. Okay, next one. This one we need to convert to this poolant 2 and is enable. Oh yeah. So what else? So now I'm going to relate this one by defining the libraries icon, that library object in the build. Yeah. So let's come back here. We need to relate this one by the Kotlin format, so that will become implementation. I can copy this one, or maybe it need to be dictionary marker. Yeah. Yeah, the next one I need to define a new object. Yeah, so we need to define some library we are going to use here. So in our case, I just use some libraries dependency here. Yeah, so I already defined for Kotlin, I've come back in the same version we are here. So I just replace that one. So, and we can see, look at again what's the difference with the old one and the new one, and then we can compare file here, check git, where git, okay, here, just compare, I think just compare file by files here. We see here, does the right one look like more tiny, and we don't see any in the text anymore. Can add more text here to the constant, so in your code you don't see any text, and then we can see the in the view Gradle here what a difference. Yeah, by the way, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy my video. If you like my video, please register, and I will have more video for you about the Android application and some tips. I hope it's good for you. See you next video. Bye bye.